lessons that I've learned. I'll going ahead.
For the past 8 years, I've been trying to get my life together. When I was in, let's say, ninth standard or eighth standard, I used to play games. So that, like, even before that, when I was in fourth standard, I wanted to be a YouTuber, streamer, want to make out money out of YouTube because I grew up watching YouTube. But as I grew older, what happened was like things, my thought processes, my people around me, the exposure that I got changed. Then I wanted to be a professional athlete when I was in 10th, because I was in college team, I was in a school team. But that also, unfortunately and miserably, didn't happen because I wasn't good enough. Now, as life hit me hard after a breakup at the age of 18, and not being able to be a professional footballer, not being able to achieve the things that I wanted, and being a complete failure in life, I was stuck. That is when a major pivotal shift happened in my life, that I wanted to do business, I wanted to work, I wanted to explore the actual real world instead of being a athlete, or instead of being, let's say, a gamer, a streamer, where both of these are very different things. I wanted to go into work, so I started working in small gigs. I started working in random jobs. Started working in petrol pumps. I started working in bakeries. I did a lot of things. And at the age of 18, 19, 20, I explored. Then I started doing internships. So I started my first job. Then I went to another city. I started my new life in another city 2 years, 3 years back, almost 3 years back. And from there, I got into an agency business. I started my first agency, failed miserably, almost around 10 lakhs of debt from that. Then did another agency. Now, as of right now, I am doing my third agency after dangling in every messy shit you can see while you run an agency. Uh, as of 2026 January, my agency BlowLIn, it's doing almost 5 lakh MRR, working with 4 VCs, multiple B2B founders who are doing crores in revenue, hundreds of crores in annual revenue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been my journey. This is from literal shit and no exposure, no experience, no mentors in life. I figured it all out by my own and with my laptop and the YouTube and Alex Ormosi, all the creators. I am just grateful to all the creators who are putting out valuable content there. And at this point, why am I picking up this camera and talking to these people? Like, if you are at the age of 50, what you're doing right now is literally it. It's to get your exposure out there, do multiple shit like I did, go everywhere, try everything, and you will reach the point where you feel like, this is me, this is my thing, and you are never late. Never late. That is what I believe. Even if I'm 30, if I get 30, I'm never late to start anything. And this has been my past. And at the age of 22, the lessons that I've learned while building an agency, I'll take you through it through this video. Where did you first from? That are that people I feel like we're trying to make it flashy. അറിയത്തില്ലേ ഇത് നൈസ് പ്ലേസ് വെൻ ബിക്കംസ് ഒരു 9 ആകുമ്പോൾ സ്കൂൾ തുറന്നാൽ പറ്റില്ലേ കുറേ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടാവും ഒരു 5 മണിയാകുമ്പോൾ സ്കൂൾ ഇട്ട പോലെ ആയിരിക്കും കുറേ ആൾക്കാരുണ്ടാവും
ഫ്രണ്ട് സൈഡ് ബാക്ക് സൈഡ്
we'll have to figure out what is exactly your JD. Like, operationally നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട രീതികൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് ഇതാണ് ഞങ്ങളോട് പറയുന്നത്. Missing people does while building an agency. One of the major mistakes I did multiple times was I acted like a founder initially. The founder actually act as you should be inside in the company, you should be working. I founder act as I didn't take salary. I was hiring multiple other people to do the service. First, you need to know the A to Z things of what you are providing so that you can actually provide value to the client. And that mistake in my first agency made me lose a lot of money. And when I started my second agency or when I did my third agency, I actually knew what the service was and I could do it. Even if a writer or even if someone else leaves, I could do the service by myself. And knowing about the service is one of the major things. So don't start a service agency if you actually don't know what the service is actually providing or what the value the service is actually providing. And if you don't know, you should know about it. That's a major thing. Well, details about the food I don't know. I just ask them for suggestion and they say this is good and I take it. I am not going to the സ്വഭാവത്തിന് എന്താ പ്രശ്നം?
വർക്കോളിക്കാണ്, ടോക്സിക് ആണ്.
ടോക്സിക് എന്ന് പറയാൻ കാരണം
ടോക്സിക് ആയതുകൊണ്ട്
ഞാൻ ഇതിനുള്ളിൽ കയറി അവസാനം നമുക്ക് ചായ അടിക്കണം നല്ലത് നമുക്ക് സെറ്റപ്പ് നടക്കില്ല. ചായ അടിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കണേ മോർ everyone in the company talking about their personal aspirations and what they want to be in the next 10 to 5 years, and most of people don't have clarity or doesn't have a goal or where they want to reach or something. Even I don't have exactly a clarity, but my goal is to make sure that their personal why is aligned to the company's why and company's vision. And yeah, in this journey of like purely talking about the company's perspective, where the company is like, let's put that as a train. The train's journey is, let's say, X, and it's at Y. It starts at train. It's journey from Y to X, and in that journey there are multiple stops. Like there are, let's say, 20, 30, 40, 50 stops. And right now from Y we had X amount of people inside the train, and my job is to make sure to find the right people who are gonna travel with me from Y to X. And while the journey from Y to X, there are a lot of people who's gonna stop or who's gonna get off the train, and it is to get clarity on who's gonna be there from Y to X throughout the journey, and plan accordingly who's gonna get out of the train or not be with me or part of or go off for my journey on the 40th stop or on the 20th stop, so that I can plan accordingly. Yep, Monisha. Hello.